What's going on, Chill Army? It's DeAndre Huck7 here. First off, I just want to say thank you all for sticking with me. This year marks 12 years since I first started this YouTube channel, and whether you've been here since day one or just recently joined the Chill Army, I genuinely appreciate every single one of you for being a part of this journey. To celebrate this special anniversary, I wanted to do something a little more personal, so today I'm revealing my top 100 favorite Pokemon of all time. This list was built using the Cave of Dragonfly's favorite Pokemon picker, which means every choice was made through pure vibes, gut feeling, and love. Some of these picks might be obvious, some might raise eyebrows, but every single one has a special place in my heart. So without further ado, kick back, relax, grab your favorite snack, and let's dive into this 100 Mon celebration. Starting off with the number 100 spot is 50% form Zygarde. Zygarde's always stood out to me as this cool guardian figure. It's part dragon, part flatworm, and part Norse mythological god. I love the whole hive mind concept and how its story connects with Kalos. Just a solid design with some seriously underrated lore, which I hope they expand upon more in Legends ZA. In the number 99 spot, we have Wishy-Washy. This thing starts off looking like sad little bait, then turns into an absolute sea monster. I love the surprise factor, the whole swarm aesthetic, and how dramatic the school form is. Alola really did something cool with this one. In the number 98 spot, we have Cradily. Cradily is one of those Pokemon that's just weird, but in the best way. It gives off this eerie, deep sea vibe, and I've always appreciated how ancient and offbeat it feels. In the number 97 spot, we have Kabutops. Kabutops just looks metal as hell. Scythe arms, sleek predator design, draining fluids from prey. Yeah, I was hooked from the start. It's like prehistoric horror in Pokemon form. The number 96 spot belongs to Galarian Zapdos. Turning Zapdos into a flightless runner with insane leg strength was such a fun twist. That signature thunderous kick move, mwah. It's definitely the standout of the Galarian birds for me. The number 95 spot belongs to Reuniclus. Reuniclus is just such a clever, weird little guy. It's a floating psychic cell baby with stretchy arms and a sci-fi vibe that totally works. I love that it's powerful and adorable at the same time. The number 94 spot belongs to Gourgeist. This one hits that Halloween sweet spot for me, part spooky, part cute. I love the design, especially the hair arms and the jack-o'-lantern body. Also, I caught myself a shiny Gourgeist named Pumpkin Jack, and I must say, one of the best shinies in the franchise. At number 93, we have Galarian Moltres. This version of Moltres is just so cool and sinister. I love the soul-burning flames and the black and red color scheme. It's like a villain bird straight out of an anime. Definitely the most badass of the Galarian trio. In the number 92 spot, we have Yanmega. A big prehistoric dragonfly? Yes, please. I've always had a soft spot for bug types, and Yanmega just brings so much presence and power. It's sleek, fast, and honestly kind of terrifying. In the number 91 spot, we have Darkrai. Darkrai is pure nightmare fuel, and I love that about it. The design is eerie but sleek, and the whole sleep-based torment angle really works. Not my all-time favorite mythical, but it's undeniably cool. In the number 90 spot, we have Garchomp. Garchomp's the ultimate land shark dragon hybrid. Fast, deadly, and just flat out cool. I love how it mixes dragon, jet, and shark elements all at once. And yeah, the yellow bits are odd, but whatever, still rules. This thing is Cynthia's ace for a reason, and it always felt like a sand swimming missile to me. Number 89 is Haxorus. Haxorus is pure intimidation, with axe blades for a face and armor plating that looks like it means business. It's one of the most aggressive looking dragons, and I've always thought that with its axe blades it should have been part steel. But that shiny though, black and red, instant win. In the number 88 spot is Lotad. Lotad's weird in the best way. A blue blob with a lily pad hat and a face that just vibes. I found it so strange and endearing during my first Emerald playthrough, and that unique water and grass typing always stuck with me. It's like a little swamp taxi, and I love it. In the number 87 spot is Ninjask. Ninjask is all speed and style, a cicada ninja that literally gets so fast it's invisible. The speed boost ability is nuts, and the whole Nincada evolution concept with Shedinja just appearing, being this possessed husk, is such a genius concept. I've always thought this was one of the coolest bug type lines, hands down. The number 86 spot belongs to Gardevoir. Gardevoir feels like elegance and power rolled into one. That flowing design, the chest spike, the hovering guardian aesthetic, it's iconic. I've used Gardevoir in so many teams, it basically became a staple, and it'll always be one of my top psychic types. In the number 85 spot is Malamar. Malamar flips the script, literally. Evolving Inkay by turning the console upside down is genius, and the design is creepy in all the right ways. Between the mind control vibes and that name, Malice and Calamari, it's weird, stylish, and memorable. The number 84 spot is Toxapex. Toxapex is a spike-covered nightmare. It doesn't just wall attackers, it poisons and punishes them for even trying. I love how biologically creepy it is, and the lore about it leaving Corsola bits behind? Freaking brutal and perfect. In the number 83 spot we have Dragapult. A ghost jet that fires its babies like missiles? Dragapult is as wild as it sounds, and I didn't expect to love it as much as I do now. It's sleek, spooky, and just a plain, fun design. A perfect combo of weird and awesome. In the number 82 spot we have Trevenant. Trevenant gave me the haunted tree Pokemon I'd been waiting for. It's creepy, forest spirit horror done right. And Forest's Curse might be one of the coolest, most unsettling moves conceptually. This thing's equal parts protector and nightmare, and I love it for that. Number 81 is Slitherwing. Slitherwing is just the right kind of strange. Chunky, fluffy, and ready to brawl like a kaiju. The bug and fighting combo works great, and its movements feel straight out of a tokusatsu show. That green tail's a bit odd, but the rest? Pure prehistoric flair. The number 80 spot belongs to Delmise. Delmise is one of the weirdest and coolest Pokemon out there. I love how the actual Pokemon is the possessed seaweed and not the anchor it's wrapped around. It's like a haunted shipwreck weapon with a creepy vibe, and that triple type coverage thanks to its steelworker ability is just icing on the cake. In the number 79 spot we have Mimikyu. Mimikyu is creepy, sad, and sweet all at once, and that's why I love it. It hides under a ragged Pikachu disguise just to make friends, and when its disguise breaks, it actually makes it upset. Behind the horror is something oddly wholesome, and I've always found that really compelling. In the number 78 spot, we have Yveltal. Yveltal is destruction incarnate, but it doesn't feel edgy for the sake of it. It's sleek, mysterious, and just flat out cool. Oblivion Wing draining life while healing itself is such a perfect signature move. The design screams dark power, and I've always thought it looked like the villainous twin to Lugia. In the number 77 spot, we have Applin. Applin is so dumb it loops back around to genius. It's a little worm hiding inside an apple that isn't even part of its body, and somehow it's a dragon type. The absurdity alone is what makes it work for me. In the number 76 spot, we have Roaring Moon. I wasn't sold on Roaring Moon at first, but it grew on me fast. It's basically Mega Salamence's primal ancestor, and I love how wild and animalistic it looks. The dragon and dark typing is a nice twist, and the design is way cooler in motion than in stills. By the way, now that we've hit number 75, I should probably mention, this list is only covering base Pokemon forms, which means no Mega Evolutions, Gigantamax forms, and no temporary battle gimmicks like Terastallization either. I love a lot of those forms, don't get me wrong, but I wanted this list to reflect my favorite core Pokemon, not just their powered up versions, just the Pokemon themselves, plain and simple. In the number 75 spot, we have Deoxys. Being a mutated alien virus, I've always been obsessed with its sci-fi vibe. Its design is unsettling and sleek, and the form gimmick is one of the coolest mechanics in the series. I even learned what DNA stands for because of this Pokemon. So thanks for that. In the number 74 spot is Vanillix. Yes, it's an ice cream Pokemon, but I actually love how unapologetically goofy it is. The design is based on a real ice cream cone style, which ties nicely into Univa's New York inspiration. I just wish the shiny had more fun with it. Chocolate or strawberry, anyone? In the number 73 spot, we have Victreebel. Victreebel is pure carnivorous plant energy, and I've always loved how creepy and weird it is. From the gaping mouth to the vine lore, it's full horror movie vibes. Between the manga's Victreebel colony and James's screaming Victreebel in the anime, it's one that left a mark on me. In the number 72 spot, we have Origin Form Giratina. Now this is how you do Ghostly Menace. Giratina's origin form feels like something out of cosmic horror, floating through the distortion world with a writhing body and eerie music. It's creepy, powerful, and totally unforgettable. In the number 71 spot, we have Porygon Z. Porygon Z is basically a corrupted upgrade, and I love how glitchy and broken it looks. Its weird floating head and jittery animations really sell that bugged software vibe. The concept is so cool, and I wish the anime hadn't sidelined the whole line thanks to the Electric Soldier Porygon incident. The number 70 spot belongs to Araquanid. I raised one in Ultra Sun, and it quickly became one of my favorite bug designs, which is ironic because in real life I have a crippling case of arachnophobia. Its alien look, water bubble helmet, and mix of elegance and horror made it unforgettable for me. The number 69 spot belongs to Centiskorch, a Gen 8 MVP. It takes the fire centipede concept and turns it into something monstrous, complete with flaming whip mustaches. Sleek, savage, and full of personality, exactly the kind of chaos I love. Number 68 is Wash Rotom. Possessed Appliance? Check. Goofy Grin? Check. Wash Rotom is ridiculous in the best way, and after using one in competitive matches, I fell hard for its bulk, utility, and unhinged energy. In the number 67 spot is Bramblegast. It might not change much from Bramblin, but it doesn't need to. It's a ghost tumbleweed that drains your life force and leaves you for dead. What's not to love? Plus, watching it roll behind you in game never gets old. In the number 66 spot, we have Toxtricity, a punk rock lizard that strums its chest like a guitar. At first I wasn't sold, but the design and sound-based moveset completely won me over. It's stylish, bold, and one of the most personality-driven Pokemon from Generation 8. In the number 65 spot, we have Hisuian Decidueye. While I still prefer the Alolan original, Hisuian Decidueye is a really cool reimagining. That Ronin look with the Casa hat and autumn tones give it major style points, and the lore tie-in to the Ayunu Owl deity is a great touch. In the number 64 spot, we have Base Form Kyurem. Forget the fusions, Base Kyurem is way more interesting. It's eerie, broken, and tragic, with a design that looks like it's barely holding itself together. That ghostly vibe and lore about being an empty shell give it a ton of depth. In the number 63 spot, we have Heracross, a classic beetle Pokemon that nails the bug and fighting combo. It's tough, iconic, and full of personality, whether it's sipping sap in the anime or smashing teams in game. Plus, shout out to my Heracross beetle from my Soothing Silver anime lock. Number 62 is Greninja. It's a ninja frog with a tongue scarf. Need I say more? Between its sleek design, busted Protean ability, and anime stardom, Greninja earned every bit of its hype, and then some. In the number 61 spot, we have Toedscruel, an incredible take on Convergent Evolution. It's weird, earthy, and delightfully creepy, turning Tentacruel into a force-stalking mushroom menace. The way it blends flavor and mechanics with Mycelium Might is just brilliant. In the number 60 spot, we have Fluttermane. Didn't think much of Fluttermane at first, but the way it moves completely changed my mind. It's a creepier, more ancient take on Misdreavus with blood red eyes and haunting, ghostly animation that really sells its vibe. Now it's one of my favorite spooky standouts from Generation 9. In the number 59 spot, we have Aegislash, a haunted sword with its own fighting stance system. What's not to love? Switching between offense and defense with stance change is genius both in gameplay and lore. It's elegant, eerie, and feels like something straight out of a fantasy epic. In the number 58 spot, we have Chandelure. Creepy and adorable in equal measure, Chandelure burns souls with ghostly fire and leaves bodies behind, which is just classic ghost-type horror. But it's also got that goofy stitched mouth and floaty vibe that makes it weirdly lovable. Litwick the Chandelure carried my team in Pokemon Y, and I've loved it ever since. In the number 57 spot, we have Dracovish. Dracovish is a janky, mismatched fossil nightmare, and that's exactly why I love it. It looks wrong, moves wrong, and has lore that contradicts itself, which makes it all the more perfect. A brilliant send-up of paleontology errors wrapped in chaotic fish energy. In the number 56 spot, we have Hisuian Zoroark. This thing is just raw emotion, grief, rage, and vengeance all in one. Its ghostly hair, shredded limbs, and haunting eyes give it so much personality. Easily one of the most striking and emotional designs in Legends Arceus. The number 55 spot belongs to Golisopod. It looks like a deadly armored sea samurai, but still panics and runs when things get tough. I love that contrast between terrifying design and cowardly behavior. It's stylish, savage, and secretly soft. What's not to love? The number 54 spot belongs to Nihilego. A parasitic jellyfish from another dimension that turns people into unstable monsters? Yeah, Nihilico isn't just weird, it's fascinating. It's sleek, creepy, and one of the best introductions to the Ultra Beast concept. In the number 53 spot, we have Buzzwole. It's a mosquito. It flexes after everything. It's horrifying and hilarious, and I can't get enough of it. Buzzwole's the perfect combo of ridiculous and intimidating. In the number 52 spot, we have Yamper. Just a big ol' electric corgi loaf with a heart butt and the best smile. It's cute, dumb, and loyal. In the most lovable way. Ball-fetched is useless but wholesome, and Yamper just wins for pure serotonin. In the number 51 spot, we have Arctozolt. This thing is tragic. Its top half is confused, its bottom half is freezing, and it suffers constantly just so you can use it in battle. You know it's a great design when it makes you feel this bad for it, and I love it for that. And with that, we've officially hit the halfway mark, 50 out of 100. Now, since I'm not sponsored yet, I'm going to sponsor myself real quick. If you enjoy hearing me ramble about things I love, then you'll probably enjoy the Chill Army podcast, a podcast I host with my best friend George. We talk about pretty much whatever we feel like, from gaming and pop culture to life stuff and hilarious tangents. You can watch us over on our official YouTube channel or listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts, really. So if you're looking for a chill time, go check it out. The number 50 spot belongs to Spectrier. Spectrier's eerie design and ghostly floating hooves completely sold me over Glastrier. Its creepy vibe with life-draining powers and haunting design details makes it feel like a true mythical ghost horse. Elegant, spooky, and packed with personality. In the number 49 spot, we have Rabska. Rabska's evolution is such a weird and beautiful surprise. With heavy scarab and Egyptian god vibes, it's mysterious and spiritual, especially with its revival move, Revival Blessing. The ambiguity of what's inside the orb just adds to the intrigue. In the number 48 spot, we have Wobbuffet. I mostly love Wobbuffet thanks to the anime. Team Rocket just isn't the same without him. Its design is weirdly perfect, and the fact that it battles purely by countering adds this great mind game twist. Silly, simple, and iconic. In the number 47 spot, we have Skeledirge. Finally, a fire starter that stays beastly. Skeledirge is a ghostly crocodile with musical Day of the Dead flair. Its flaming bird mic and signature move Torch Song make it feel powerful and theatrical. There's so much thought put into this Pokemon's design without being cluttered, and I love it for that. In the number 46 spot, we have Toxicroak. Toxicroak is just straight up nasty in the best way. A poison-fighting frog with toxic claws and killer energy. It keeps Croagunk's smug vibe, but dials up the danger. Definitely one of the most underrated cool Pokemon out there. In the number 45 spot is Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl is the ultimate prehistoric predator. Sharp fangs, jagged wings, and total attitude. This pterosaur has always been a personal favorite of mine, especially when it comes to the fossil Pokemon. It's old school cool, and I never get tired of it. In the number 44 spot, we have Rayquaza. Rayquaza nails the legendary dragon aesthetic. Part serpent, part sky god, part airplane engine. It breaks up kaiju fights, lives in the ozone, and even Mega evolves just by munching on meteors. Stylish, powerful, and unforgettable. In the number 43 spot is Alolan Sandslash. This guy is just cool, plain and simple. I love the icy steel claws, the frosted over armor. I just like that there's no fancy gimmicks or fuss about its design. It's just cool. In the number 42 spot, we have Big Man Blastoise himself. Cannons. That's the whole pitch, and it works. Blastoise might have a weird evolution gap from Wartortle, but once those water blasters pop out, everything else fades away. He's a cool, classic Kanto powerhouse for a reason. In the number 41 spot, we have Minccino. My channel mascot isn't top 10 material, but it still holds a special place for me. Minccino's clean freak dust bath obsession is adorable and oddly relatable. It's not a complex design, it's just a cute, fluffy, dusting chinchilla, and I love it for that. The number 40 spot is claimed by Cantonian Raichu. Raichu's always been underrated, especially compared to the likes of Pikachu. I love its bold orange design, lightning tail, and that grounded electricity lore that makes it feel like a real-world creature. It's a glow-up that deserves way more love. In the number 39 spot, we have Magnezone. Magnezone took time to grow on me, but now I see it as this weird UFO death machine with serious sci-fi energy. I trained a shiny one in Pokemon Sword and it became a tanky MVP. It's a bizarre evolution that ended up being one of my favorite electric types. In the number 38 spot, we have Venusaur. Venusaur's always going to be my go-to pick when it comes to the Kanto starters. It's got a perfect evolution line, that jungle toad vibe, and a powerful grounded presence that never needed any pizzazz to be intimidating. Not the fan favorite, but absolutely a personal classic. In the number 37 spot, we have Ursaluna. Ursaluna is the evolution Ursaring always needed. A grumpy, grounded tank of a bear covered in swamp muck. The peat design and moon symbolism are clever touches, and the ground typing gives it real weight. A big, dirt-covered beast I've grown to love. In the number 36 spot, we have Drifblim. Drifblim is a ghostly blimp with spooky lore and some serious cryptid vibes. Its soul-filled gas body and eerie flocking behavior make it stand out from the usual ghost types. Subtle design, but major haunted vibes. In the number 35 spot, we have Goomy. Goomy is a gooey little slug that somehow counts as a dragon, and that's exactly why I love it. It's pathetic, squishy, and full of charm, like the underdog you can't help but root for. It's a perfect example of how weird dragons like Alolan Exeggutor and Applin can still be awesome. In the number 34 spot, we have Torterra. Torterra turns the whole world turtle myth into a full-on ecosystem kaiju creature. With its bonsai tree and earthy shell, it feels massive and ancient without being over-designed. Easily my favorite Sinnoh starter by far. In the number 33 spot, we have Crawdaunt. Crawdaunt is aggressive, chaotic, and kind of a design mess, but I still like it. It's a mean crayfish bruiser with googly eyes and weird details, and somehow that just works. It's not perfect, but undeniably memorable. In the number 32 spot, we have Pinsir. Pinsir is raw insect power, brutal pincers, angry eyes, and a classic Gen 1 bug vibe that's never gone out of style. It's intense and primal, and I've always loved how creepy cool it looks. One of the best pure bug types ever made. In the number 31 spot, we have Lowkicks. Lowkicks is the Kamen Rider Pokemon I never knew I needed. With its sharp insect design, rider kick animation, and henshin style flair, it's a tokusatsu bug hero through and through, stylish, slick, and totally earned its spot on this list. The number 30 spot belongs to Alolan Raichu. Alolan Raichu finally gives Raichu the spotlight with a chill new vibe and a slick, electric and psychic typing. I love the tail surfing concept. It's fun, clever, and a great nod to old school surfing Pikachu. It's a rounder, softer take on the original Raichu, and honestly, a total glow up. In the number 29 spot, we have Metagross. Metagross is just straight up badass. A floating steel spider brain that can crush you and outthink you. Its design is alien, robotic, and super intimidating with a shiny form that's pure candy. I've always loved how it looks like a supercomputer crossed with some weird sci-fi predator. In the number 28 spot, we have base form Rotom. Rotom's that mischievous little ghost that lives in machines, and I love everything about that concept. Whether it's haunting appliances or just floating around, giggling to itself, Rotom is clever, chaotic, and full of personality. It's one of the most creative and fun Pokemon ever made. In the number 27 spot, we have Cursula. Cursula is creepy in the best way. Ghostly, broken, and beautifully sad. Its shattered Corsola body and floating spirit design capture its lore perfectly, and that haunting expression hits hard. A perfect mix of tragedy and clever design. In the number 26 spot, we have Altaria. Altaria is a cloud-winged dragon that hums and hugs. What's not to love? It blends grace and comfort with just the right amount of mystique, one of the most serene, feel-good dragons in the series. We've officially hit the top 25. If you've made it this far and you're enjoying the video, consider leaving a like and subscribing for more Pokemon content like this, rankings, let's plays, speculation videos, and much more. Your support means the world to me and keeps my motivation for making these types of videos going strong. Now let's dive into the final stretch. In the number 25 spot, we have Togekiss. Togekiss is weird at first glance, but once you use it, you get it. It's bulky, floaty, and full of Peacebringer energy, and that fairy typing made it even better. A great evolution that turned an old favorite into a real battler. In the number 24 spot, we have Totodile. Totodile is pure chaos and charm, a crocodile starter with a big bite and an even bigger personality. That grin says it all, and I love how playful yet wild it's portrayed in the anime. Even as a Cyndaquil loyalist, I've always respected this little chomper. In the number 23 spot, we have Decidueye. Decidueye is a ghostly archer owl with a leafy hoodie. I mean, how cool is that? I love its signature move Spirit Shackle, where it fires ghost feathers and pins shadows, and I mean, come on, it's an owl. Owls are freaking cool. Easily one of the most stylish and unique starter final evolutions. In the number 22 spot, we have Stunfisk. Stunfisk is derpy on purpose, and that's exactly what makes it great. It hides in mud, zaps your feet, and smiles the whole time. And I love the troll vibes with this thing. Ground and electric might be weird, but so is Stunfisk, and that's why I like it. In the number 21 spot, we have Clodsire. Clodsire is a lovable dope with venomous spikes and a real-world inspiration that's metal as hell. It's dopey, swampy, and rides the line between adorable and deadly. One of the best surprise evolutions we've gotten in a long time. In the number 20 spot, we have Sceptile. Sceptile didn't grab me right away as a kid, but over time, its cool factor really grew on me. The leaf blade arms, pine dino tail, and chill, silent killer vibe just hit different. It's my second favorite Hoenn starter now, and a total beast in the anime and Pokken tournament. In the number 19 spot, we have Mismagius. Mismagius is what a ghost evolution should be. Floating witch hat, spooky robes, and all the magical menace Miss Drivas was missing. It's full Halloween aesthetic, and I've always loved the creepy elegance of it. Pure ghostly perfection. In the number 18 spot, we have Chikorita. I've always had a soft spot for Chikorita. It's a cute little leaf dino that just feels right as a grass type. I love the simplicity of the design and the neck buds turning into vine whips in the anime. Quietly, it's up there and becoming my favorite Johto starter after years of using Cyndaquil. In the number 17 spot, we have Hawlucha. It's a wrestling bird. Do I even need to say more? Hawlucha nails the Lucha Libre vibe without going full humanoid, and its flashy design, cool fighting and flying typing, and signature move make it a standout. In the number 16 spot, we have Midnight Lycanroc. Midnight Lycanroc is pure chaos. Blood red fur, glowing eyes, and a hunched werewolf look that radiates unhinged energy. It's feral, reckless, and looks ready to throw hands, which is exactly why I love it. A perfect embodiment of controlled madness. In the number 15 spot, we have Corviknight. Corviknight is the first regional bird I ever kept all the way through. It's that good. A metal-plated raven with a terrifying stare and Gigantamax blade feathers? Sign me up. It looks badass in battles, and this thing is also surprisingly huge, hauling people around as a taxi. Iconic. In the number 14 spot, we have Naganadel, my favorite Ultra Beast by far. Naganadel is a venomous dragonoid hornet with a syringe cannon for a stinger and a visor for a face. It's sleek, alien, and just weird enough to feel otherworldly without going overboard in the design department. That poison and dragon typing makes it feel totally unique. In the number 13 spot, we have Noivern. Noivern is the perfect bat-dragon hybrid. Elegant, fierce, and just a little spooky. I love the color scheme and the clean design, and I've always associated this Pokemon with the move Boom Burst. It's one of those Pokemon that just looks right from every angle. In the number 12 spot, we have Melmetal. Melmetal might lose a little of Meltan's charm, but it gains full-on Titanic vibes. It's a big, bulky fusion of around 400 Meltan with giant nut knuckle arms and a signature spinning punch attack in Double Iron Bash. It's weird, powerful, and surprisingly lovable. In the number 11 spot, we have Gliscor. Gliscor is Gligar's edgier, more awesome evolution. The bat wings become a full-on cape, The claws look deadlier, and that grin is so smug. The ground and flying typing still makes no sense to me, but who cares? It's slick, strong, and one of Ash's coolest team members in the anime. We finally made it to the final stretch, my top 10 Pokemon of all time. These next few entries, these are the ones that mean the most to me, the ones I've raised, battled with, admired, and downright obsessed over. So from here on out, I'm diving in deeper because these aren't just cool designs or strong competitive mons, these are my ride or dies. Now, let's get into it. And kicking off my top 10 is a Pokemon I did not expect to land this high when I first saw it. Dracozolt, the Electric and Dragon fossil chimera from Galar. Dracozolt is one of the 4 bizarre fossil Pokemon in Sword and Shield, created by fusing the front and back halves of 2 unrelated creatures. In this case, the bird fossil makes up its wiry, raptor-like upper half, while the drake fossil supplies a hulking, dragon-like lower body. And honestly, Dracozolt ends up looking like it's wearing a giant pair of prehistoric parachute pants, MC Hammer style. And I weirdly love that. The Pokedex tells us it was once unbeatable due to its powerful legs, but it eventually drove itself extinct by depleting all the plants in its habitat. That sounds like pure propaganda from the Rotom Dex, honestly, especially when we know this Pokemon is a lab-stitched abomination created by a kooky Galarian scientist with no idea what she's doing. Dracozolt is supposed to look wrong. That's the point. And once I realized that, it went from weird to brilliant. This is a Pokemon that thrives on discomfort, like Parasect once you dig into their inspirations. And just like real-world paleontology mishaps like the Piltdown Man and the Crystal Palace dinosaurs, Dracozolt reflects that messy, mistake-ridden era of dino science when people were just gluing bones together and calling it a day. What really made me fall in love with Dracozolt and the rest of the Galar fossils is that they're not just goofy for the sake of it, they're commentary. They're Pokemon that look wrong on purpose, and that makes them fascinating, from the mismatched body types, to the lore, to the fact that they can't even breed. These things are walking, crackling symbols of how science, when misused or misled, creates monsters. Dracozolt may look like it wandered in from a spore creature creator, but its quirky design hides one of the most thoughtful ideas in modern Pokemon. It took time, but this little thunder lizard Frankenstein monstrosity has earned its spot in my heart and in my top 10. In the number 9 spot, we have Vikavolt. You want to talk about raw design hype? Let's talk about Vikavolt, the bug and electric railgun beetle that had me freaking out the moment I saw it revealed. If you've been dragging your chunky Charjabug through the Alola region, you're finally rewarded once you hit the final island's magnetic field and get to unleash this beast. Vikavolt is an evolutionary glow-up in every sense of the word. It takes the stag beetle inspiration that Pokemon's played with before, looking at you, Pinsir, and cranks the aesthetic into full-on sci-fi. Metallic armor, glowing abdomen like a firefly's battery pack, eyes like targeting sensors, and those horns, those glorious railgun-shaped pincers are pure mecha energy. Like, this thing belongs in a Gundam hangar more than a Pokeball. Its wings unfold like a futuristic jet, and when you see it from the right angle, it genuinely looks like it's about to charge up a plasma cannon. You can't convince me Vikavolt doesn't store solar energy during the day and fires laser beams at night. Now yeah, in game, Vikavolt's base speed is kinda trash, which stings a little when the Pokedex is hyping it up as this agile aerial acrobat, but I don't even care. It's still a flying cannon that preys on the very birds that used to eat grubbin. That's narrative and design payoff. Honestly, if the Pokemon series ever let us do triple typings, Vikavolt deserves to be bug, electric, and flying. Levitate already teases that flavor anyway. It's one of the most thoughtful, badass insect designs Pokemon's ever done, and easily my favorite Generation 7 Pokemon. I love it, it's got power, edge, style, and just enough weirdness to make it feel like something only Pokemon would create. In the number 8 spot, we have Sudowoodo. Sudowoodo might be one of the most underrated Pokemon in the franchise. And yeah, I get it, this thing's not winning any tournaments anytime soon, it never got an evolution, but come on, Sudowoodo is hilarious. Let's start with the name. Pseudo wood, literally meaning fake tree. A pun I didn't even get until I was a teenager. That's the core of the joke. Sudowoodo looks like a tree, acts like a tree, but it's a rock type. It's not a tree at all. That reveal as a kid? Mind-blowing. And it's more than just a joke, it's an entire encounter setup. In Generation 2, Sudowoodo plays the role of a roadblock, much like Snorlax. You water what looks like a dancing shrub with a squirt bottle, and it gets so mad it attacks you. Why? Because rocks are weak to water. It's absurd and clever. That's Pokemon humor at its finest. There's also a subtle bit of mimicry logic here. Grass types beat water types, and rock types fear water types. So what does a rock monster do? It disguises itself as a grass type. That's genius. It's Pokemon level mimicry, like how insects in the real world imitate twigs or leaves, but on a goofier fantasy scale. And the game keeps this gag going. In Generation 6, there's a Trevenant Horde encounter where one of the quote-unquote trees is actually a Sudowoodo just hanging out. In Generation 7, you see actual trees shaped like Sudowoodo. The commitment to this bit is just mwah. Design-wise, those not quite right green orbs, the stiff posture, that derpy little face, it's perfect. Sudowoodo's not trying to fool you, he's just doing his best, and I love him for it. He's a fake tree, he's rock solid, and he's earned his place in my top 10. In the number 7 spot, we have Zoroark. Zoroark is all about illusions. Its in-game ability lets it appear as the last Pokemon in your party, fooling you before you know it. Unlike Lucario's vague aura sensing, Zoroark's illusion is straightforward, yet effective. Paired with its signature move, Night Daze, a blast of pure darkness. At first glance, its silhouette seems puzzling, but once it moves, that wild, flowing mane and its bright red Kabuki-inspired markings really come to life. In every medium, games, anime, manga, Zoroark uses its tricks to protect its territory and its young, turning reality into a living, shifting maze. It even creates or blocks off areas with its mind-bending powers. Simply put, Zoroark is a master of deception with an awesome design and rich lore. It's one of the coolest Pokemon around and I absolutely love it. In the number 6 spot, we have Tyranitar. Tyranitar is pure kaiju greatness. The rock and dark typing, a towering silhouette, and those jagged armor holes all over its body. But the real winner? Its chest still shows the plating of Pupitar like it burst straight out of its own cocoon. That's such a clever evolutionary detail. Design-wise, Tyranitar clearly channels Godzilla, but did you know it also heavily resembles Bemular from Ultraman? The series that helped inspire Pokemon's monster in a capsule concept? The spikes, the posture, it all lines up. Tyranitar isn't just some random powerhouse, it's a walking tribute to classic monster media. It's cool, it's menacing, it's nostalgic. What's not to love? In the number 5 spot, we have Serperior. I don't have much to say about Snivy or Servine, but Serperior is pure royalty. This regal grass type ditches limbs almost entirely, evolving into a majestic vine snake with ornate markings, a proud collar, and those leaf-like nubs where arms used to be. Its design draws from French nobility. Those elegant body patterns resemble the fleur-de-lis, and its ice-cold glare is said to stop opponents in their tracks. It's a shame this monarch serpent wasn't chosen to be the grass type starter for Pokemon Legends ZA somehow, because it deserves that throne. Serperior is grace, power, and presence, all coiled into one elegant starter. In the number 4 spot, we have Swampert. Swampert just looks like a monster, in the best way. It's this perfect mix of brute power and endearing charm, which is probably why I've always gravitated toward the more unconventional starters like Venusaur, Torterra, and of course Swampert. It's a beefed up mudkip with powerhouse arms, usually on all fours, but can stand tall when it needs to. I love how the dex hypes it up, breaking boulders with a punch, swimming faster than a jet ski, and in game it delivers. Swampert hits hard, tanks even harder, and I've used it enough times that this muddy monster feels like family. In the number 3 spot, we have Miraidon. Okay, I'll admit it. Koraidon has grown on me, but Miraidon? Miraidon won me over the minute I saw it in the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet official trailer. Everything about this electric dragon paradox just feels right. The futuristic bike dino aesthetic works so much better when it's robotic. The wheel, the propulsion legs, the thunderbolt horns, it's sleek, it's cohesive, and it doesn't feel forced. Its Hadron engine ability gives Miraidon a big terrain boost, and Electro Drift, where it literally becomes a lightning wheel, is just awesome. Traveling across Paldea with Miraidon really made me bond with it as a character and not just a glorified bicycle. And honestly, of all the robot Pokemon out there, Miraidon is hands down my favorite neon glowing, sandwich loving dragon machine. In the number 2 spot, we have Palafin. At first glance, Palafin just looks like Finizen with a heart on its chest, but wait for it, this thing has a superhero gimmick. Palafin's Zero form is its civilian disguise, but once you switch it out and back in, boom, hero form. One of the craziest stat jumps in the series, and a full-on tokusatsu style glow up. Yeah, the hero form is goofy, top heavy dolphin man with water gloves, bubble mask, and a dumb little collar, but it owns it. It's so absurd, it wraps back around to being awesome. Honestly, the only thing missing is a fighting typing for it, but I mean, come on. We already got a dolphin Pokemon, and it's basically Superman. What more could you want? And lastly, in the number 1 spot is Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil is my starter. Not just in Soul Silver, my first completed game by the way, but in every game I can use him. It's the Pikachu to my Ash, the Charizard to my Leon. If I can pick Cyndaquil, I do. No questions asked. Why? Because look at him! He's adorable! A sleepy little fire rodent whose flames flare up only in battle? Like a porcupine with a dynamite spine. That timid baby expression kills me every time I see it. The anime and manga absolutely sold me on how cool yet lovable this thing is. Sure, his evolution line isn't the flashiest, and yeah, I still think it's criminal that the 3D games made Cyndaquil's flame disappear by default. Thankfully, starting in Legends Arceus, they fixed that. But even if he's simple, he's my all-time favorite. Always has been, always will be. And there you have it, my top 100 favorite Pokemon of all time. From haunted chandeliers to Superman dolphins, from weird fossils to sleepy rodents, every Pokemon on this list holds a special place in my heart, whether it's from childhood experiences, unforgettable battle moments, or just ridiculously cool Pokemon designs. I hope you guys had as much fun hearing me gush, rant, and celebrate these picks as I did putting it all together. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, thank you so much. Seriously, you guys are real ones for sticking with me to the end. If you enjoyed the ride, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more Pokemon content, Let's Plays, tier lists, and all kinds of nerdy goodness. And hey, let me know down in the comments, what's your favorite Pokemon, and who do you think I absolutely snubbed or overrated? I want to hear your hot takes too. But until next time, this is DeAndreHawk7 signing off. Stay chill, stay awesome, and I'll catch you in the next one.